Hey everybody, and welcome back to another reaction. If you are a first-time visitor, daughter Dani, Mama Dawn. Want to give a huge shout out to our patrons. Thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. We really do love and appreciate y'all, and we hope you're enjoying the content that we're putting out for you guys, especially those of you that are getting to preview it, ahead of it being on YouTube. So we're just going to continue to improve our channel with your support. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Tonight's movie.
I know. Can I take a break?
No.
Tonight we are going to actually be watching a Patreon poll winner. And it is 1994 Shawshank Redemption. I may have seen bits and pieces of this movie, but I only know that it has Morgan Freeman in it and Tim Robbins because when I pulled up the movie, I saw their faces.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's something about them being in prison, I believe. Do you know much about this movie?
I knew they were in prison because senior year of high school, or a history teacher or one of the teachers that dealt with those that subject.
Yeah.
Brought it up once.
Oh, okay. Slightly talked about it.
He recommended it, but I didn't know I was ever gonna get to it till now.
That's awesome. All right, so we're both going in here with not a whole lot of knowledge, which is great. Love that. So no expectations for this movie, but from I guess it being a Patreon poll winner, hopefully it's a good win. A good movie for us to enjoy. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Ready, set, here we go. Enjoy. Oh. A gun?
Bullets.
It was very bitter. She said she was glad I knew, that she hated all the sneaking around.
Did you follow her?
Went to a few bars first.
Tire tracks, we have bullets strewn on the ground which bear his fingerprints. A broken bourbon bottle, likewise with fingerprints.
Means and motive.
I submit that this was not a hot-blooded crime
What's
of
by
passion.
Stephen
That
King, the
at
book?
least could be understood if not condoned. It's revenge of a much more brutal and cold-blooded nature.
By the power vested in me by the state of Maine, I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back.
We see by your file you've served 20 years of a life sentence.
Yes, sir.
You feel you've been rehabilitated?
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. I learned my lesson.
Aww. Wonder what he did, what his crime was. Looks like a school from the front. Is that supposed to be the prison?
That looks like a castle.
Right.
That would be a tough job to be
You speak
working in
English,
prison.
for sake.
Looked like a stiff breeze would blow him over. That was my first impression of the man.
What do you say, Red?
A tall drink of water with a silver spoon up his ass.
The other rules, you'll figure out as you go along. Any questions?
When do we eat?
Well, he did ask if there was questions. What in the hell?
Oh yeah, they clean them off, don't they?
I don't think that happens today. Or maybe, I don't know.
Let's pick up your closing Bible. Next man up.
God, that was enough talcum to...
Right.
They march you in naked as the day you were born.
I don't belong here. We have a winner. I want to go home.
Listen to your cellmate.
Open that cell.
He's gonna have me on an emotional roller coaster. God. I know they have to be hard on him, but that was uncalled for.
Clear cut. Tier 2 north. Tier 2 south clear. Tier 3 south. Clear. Tier 1 north. Tier 1 south clear.
Ew.
That's awesome.
Are you going to eat that?
Oh.
Hadn't planned on it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, sir, please don't eat that.
Oh, no.
Hadley busted his head up pretty good. Doc had already gone home for the night. Poor bastard laid there till this morning. By then, hell, it wasn't nothing we could do.
Lots of butt cheeks.
I'm sorry, I had to say something about it.
Hey. Anybody come at you yet?
He finally opened his mouth to say more than 2 words to somebody. As it turned out, that somebody was me. You gonna fit right in. Everybody in here is innocent. Did you know that? Hey, what you in here for?
Didn't do it. Lawyer fucked me.
Full queers take by force. That's all they want or understand. But if I were you, I'd grow eyes in the back of my head. If I missed something here, it was funny.
You'll understand when you see the rocket.
Move it! Cut! Move it! Easy. Keep it moving.
Finally got the joke. It would take a man about 600 years
Oh, no.
to tunnel under the wall with one of these. Delivery for Dufresne.
Thanks.
Oh, no. Something's going to happen here.
The sisters kept at him. Sometimes he was able to fight him off, sometimes not.
Roof of the license plate factory needs resurfacing. I need a dozen volunteers for a week's work.
He says, sorry to inform you, but your brother just died. So anyway, this lawyer fella says to me, your brother died a rich man.
You nuts. Keep your ass on your mouth, man.
Mr. Hadley, do you trust your wife?
55,000, all of it, all of it.
Every penny.
Money, give it to your wife. The IRS allows a one-time only gift to your spouse for up to $60,000.
Working outdoors feels more like a man if you can have a bottle of suds. It's only my opinion. Sir.
Courtesy of the hardest screw that ever walked a turn at Shawshank State Prison.
Drink up while it's cold, ladies.
A strange little smile on his face. Wait.
I understand you're a man that knows how to get things.
Yeah, I'm known to locate certain things from time to time. What do you want?
Rita Hayworth.
What?
Can you get her?
Bastards.
Take a walk.
I gotta change the reel.
I say fuck off!
Injury causes the victim to bite down hard. In fact, I hear the bite reflex is so strong, they have to pry the victim's jaws open.
Spend a month in the infirmary.
Can't Red's crew do
Boggs
something?
Spend a week in the hole.
Seriously.
Time's up, Boggs.
No! No!
I just realized Mr. Krabs.
Help!
Him?
No, the guard.
And Boggs never walked again.
Well, get rid of him.
Thinking
Say
Andy
love
could
you.
use a nice welcome back when he gets out of the infirmary.
What the hell is it then?
A horse apple.
Oh, shit.
Oh, ew.
Petrified.
Ew. Ooh.
I love me a good poster tube.
Aww.
123. Pleased to see you reading this. Any favorite passages?
Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh.
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
I've been reassigned to
Cut
you.
down, Jake.
I know, they told me. Ain't that a kick in the head? Well, I'll give you the dime tour. Come on. Any question?
Brooks, how long have you been librarian?
19 and 12.
And in all that time, have you ever had an assistant?
No, not much to it, really.
Why me? Why now?
Oh God, what's happening now?
I'm Deacons. I was thinking about maybe setting up some kind of trust fund for my kids' educations.
Oh, I see what they're doing.
Deacon just blinked for a second. Then he laughed himself silly, and afterwards he actually shook Andy's hand. I just swelled myself. I know Andy with a suit and a tie and a little jiggly hula gal on his desk. He would have been Mr. Dufresne, if you please.
Making a few friends, huh, Andy?
I wouldn't say friend. I'll write a letter a week. They can't ignore me forever.
Sure can. But you write your letters if it makes you happy. I'll even mail them for you. How's that?
The following April, Andy did tax returns for half the guards at
Oh my gosh!
cottage
Oh, he
industry.
has a skill.
Well, he worked at a
He
bank.
got so
Well, yeah,
busy
he
at
has a
tax
special
time,
skill.
Yeah.
he was allowed to staff.
I got no choice.
Brooks, you're not gonna hurt Haywood. We all know that. Even Haywood knows that, right, Haywood?
I know that, sir.
Oh, he's
Why you're
bleeding
not
a
gonna
little
hurt
though.
him? Because he's a friend of yours.
Probably thinks he has a better life in there.
What the hell did you do to set him off anyway?
I didn't do nothing. I come in here to say fare thee well. Ain't you heard his parole come through?
Go on now. You're free. You're
You
free.
don't want to leave either.
Why did he scream like that? Those birds.
I don't know.
The parole board got me into this halfway house. And a job bagging groceries at the foodway. I guess I'm too old for that sort of nonsense anymore. Not for an old crook like me.
He's gonna hang himself.
Oh.
P.S. Tell Haywood I'm sorry I put a knife to his throat. No hard feelings. What's all this?
You tell me, fuckstick, they're all addressed to you.
He got these new books.
Take it. In response to your repeated inquiries, the state has allocated the enclosed funds for your library project. We now consider the matter closed. Please stop sending us letters.
All this cleared out before the warden gets back.
Fine, I'll write 2 letters a week instead of 1.
You're crazy enough. Now you better get all this stuff out of here like the captain said.
Archie. I used to read Archie comics.
Did he lock him in there?
Oh no, he's locking all the doors. Why? Oh, so everyone could hear it.
Maestro.
Hey. You couldn't play something good, huh? Hank
Oh, he looks rough.
They broke the door down before I could take requests.
I played a mean harmonica as a younger man. Lost interest in it, though. Didn't make much sense in here.
Here's where it makes the most sense. You need it so you don't forget.
You feel you've been rehabilitated? Oh, yes, sir. Without a doubt.
He says the same thing every
God's
time.
honest truth. $30 years. Jesus, when you say it like that.
Here. Little parole rejection present.
Not right now.
And your anniversary, right? Maryland.
It was as good as his word. He wrote 2 letters a week instead of 1. In 1959, the state senate finally clued into the fact they couldn't buy him off with just a $200 check.
Count of Monte Cristo
That's Cristo, you dumb shit.
by Alexandre Dumas.
Dumbass.
Dumas.
Smelling of rat turds and turpentine
Nice.
into the best prison library in New England,
Seriously. It's great.
complete with a fine selection of Hank Williams.
There's a river of dirty money running through this place.
And the problem with having all that money is that sooner or later you're going to have to explain where it came from.
Well, that's where I come in. Made him a millionaire. But I thought you had a little more faith in me than that.
I know you're good, Andy, but all that paper leaves a trail.
But not to me.
Does that mean he has money on the outside under this phantom name?
Andy, you can't just make a person up.
Sure you can. You know how the system works. Stevens has a birth certificate, driver's license, social security number.
You're shitting me.
If they ever trace any of those accounts, they're gonna wind up chasing a figment of my imagination. Just built that library and used it to help a dozen guys get their high school diploma. Why do you think the warden lets me do all that?
Keep you happy and doing the laundry. Money instead of sheets.
Well, I work cheap. That's the trade-off.
Cops caught him sneaking TV sets out the back door of a J.C. Penney. Young punk. Mr. Rock and Roll. Cocky as hell.
Hey, come on, old boys! Move it like molasses! Making me look bad!
Whatever it was, something lit a fire under that boy's ass.
Just thinking maybe trying for my high school equivalency here. You helped a couple fellows with that.
I'm thrilled to help a youngster crawl off the shit heap. But that wasn't the only reason, was it? It was the same reason he spent years shaping and polishing those rocks.
Yeah.
The same reason he hung his fantasy girlies on the wall.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you how the goddamn score comes out.
He's proud of you. We've been friends a long time, so I know him as good as anybody.
Smart fella, ain't he?
Smart as they come. Used to be a banker on the outside.
What's he in here for, anyway?
Murder.
The hell you say?
What?
They don't want to say, yeah, Elmo, who'd you kill?
So I killed him.
Him and this tasty bitch he was with. She's fucking this Prixie, this golf pro, but she's married some other guy. Hotshot banker.
Oh, so he didn't do it.
He's the one they pinned it on.
Sir? Well, it's obvious this fellow Williams is impressed with you. He hears your tale of woe and quite naturally wants to cheer you up.
What's the matter with you?
Get him out of here.
It's my chance to get out, don't you see that? It's my life, don't you understand? It's my life!
Get him out. Get him out!
Solitaire for what?
A month in the hole. It's the longest damn stretch I ever heard of.
How long's he been here now?
1947? What is that? 19 years?
Damn.
The son of a bitch mailed it.
Like you did. You're gonna open it, you're gonna stand there with your thumb up your butt.
Thumb up my butt sounds better.
Well, shit.
Kid passed. C+ average. Thought you'd like to know.
Oh.
Good for him.
Who's he gonna? Oh God, what's he gonna do to him? Kill him, isn't he?
I have to know if what you told Dufresne was the truth.
Yes, sir.
For a judge and jury, having placed your hand on the good book and taken an oath before Almighty God himself.
Just give me that chance.
Told you. Oh my God.
I'm sure by now you've heard. Terrible thing. A man that young.
They beat him
less
up
than
too
a year to
bloody.
go, trying to escape.
Somebody needs to shoot him.
You will do the hardest time there is. No more protection from the guards. Or am I being obtuse?
Yeah.
What? What?
And he literally did not even say anything.
I kind of hate you too, Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
It's really irks my.
Really grinds my gears, you know?
That's why she died, because of me. The way I am. So what to do? It's in Mexico. A little place on the Pacific Ocean. There's a big hayfield up near Buxton. Maybe some black, volcanic glass. There's something buried under it I want you to have.
He's talking funny. I'm really worried about him.
He asked me for a length of rope.
Rope?
6 feet long.
What was I supposed to know? Remember Brooks Hamlin?
No. And he'd never do that.
Your deposits tonight.
And shine my shoes. I want them looking like mirrors.
He's like, F you, sir, but I'll guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's good having you back, Andy.
I'm in solitaire for nothing, so suck it.
I'm not Andy.
Oh,
Lord.
no. Andy, come on. Don't do us like this. We're invested in you, Andy. You're innocent? I mean, how are they gonna get out?
Man missing on tier 2, cell 245.
Uh-oh.
Get your ass out here, boy. You're holding up the show.
You're not in there?
Oh my holy God.
Oh no. Oh, shitty shoes. Oh shit, he done dug himself out? How?
Do you know how easy it was for him to write his name in the wall?
Back?
I have no clue.
Oh, dude.
In 1966, Andy Dufresne escaped from Shawshank.
He could have had an easy 12-hour lead on him.
Oh. He's like, well, the wall's coming apart.
Yard. A handful at the time.
Smart.
I guess after Tommy was killed, Andy decided he'd been here just about long enough.
Well, we knew he was smart, right? God,
Mastermind.
Dude. Oh, then he put those up on top of it?
That's how we got out?
Dang. He waited until it was like stormy. Perfect. Oh, does this do work?
I think so.
Okay, gotta do what you gotta do if you...
100 yards.
Doesn't seem like
That's
much
the
when
length
you
of
have to go through
5
shit.
football fields.
And you're crawling.
Just shy of half a mile.
I'm sure about those guys.
A man nobody ever laid eyes on before strolled into the Maine National Bank. He had all the proper ID.
Would there be anything else?
Please, could you add this to your outgoing mail?
Told he blew town with better than $370,000 of Warden Norton's money. Severance pay for 19 years.
He turned it into the newspaper, Good for him! Dear Warren, you were right. Salvation.
He was planning his demise this whole time.
That's right, he had it hidden in the Bible.
Give up the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held
Well, they
against
all
you in a
were,
court of law.
yeah.
I wasn't there to see it, but I hear Byron Hadley started sobbing like a little girl when they took him away.
Well, duh, because they're all gonna beat your ass once you're in there.
I'm not sure which key it is.
Oh no. They could have already broken it down by now. It ain't going to jam. Oh, he's gonna try to shoot that? Dude.
I like to think the last thing that went through his head, other than that bullet, was to wonder how the hell Andy Dufresne ever got the best of him.
Yeah, smart.
It was blank, but the postmark said Fort Hancock, Texas. Fort Hancock, right on the border.
Anthony's got him by the throat, right? And he says, I believe this boy's about to have himself an accident.
Those of us who knew him best talk about him often.
I'll say you've served 40 years of a life sentence. You feel you've been rehabilitated?
Rehabilitated? Well, now let me see. You know, I don't have any idea what that means. So, am I sorry for what I did?
No, are you?
There's not a day goes by I don't feel regret.
Because he knows it's rejected every time.
Yay!
Yay! Oh my gosh! Finally!
All I do anymore is think of ways to break my parole.
The compass?
Oh, I thought he was looking at the gun.
The compass.
Yeah.
Hadley knew it. Knew it all too well.
Ah, see, it stands out, yep. Andy thought of everything. As if, I mean, he really did. Oh. snap. Oh, no. Oh, low to 50s.
Dear Red, if you're reading this, you've gotten out. If you've come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little further. You remember the name of the town, don't you?
Say what the name?
Remember, Red, hope is a good thing. Maybe the best of things. And no good thing ever dies. Your friend, Andy.
Did he hit you? Me too. Did he carve his name in there?
Mm-hmm.
So was Red. Oh.
I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head.
It's beautiful.
Is that his boat?
Oh, is that what he was saying? There's someone on wheels. Right?
Yay!
Yay!
He's fixing his boat.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Mom, I gotta pan out on this.
Aww.
All right, that had me teary. Once he found the letter from Andy, and yeah, and then they were reunited. That got me. What'd you think of the movie? 2 thumbs up from both of us. Yes, yes. Look at my little sausage. My God, I think yours are bigger than mine. I got little chunky thumbs. Anyways, 2 thumbs up from both of us.
Dude!
Poppy! No! What you doing?
He's eating the box.
No, Papa! Oh, get down, Poppy. Yeah, let the people see. This is the Kiki Meister.
He's guilty. Guilty.
Guilty as charged.
I'm her.
Wow, with no expectations on this movie. I mean, I knew it was something to do with prison. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. And as you know, he was obviously targeted by what do you call that one group, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a while. But then Red and everybody, he earned their respect because he got some beer. And wasn't there something before that? But anyway, he earned their respect, right? And they all became friends. But Red and Andy just became besties. Oh, it was such a good movie, and I didn't realize until we saw it right at the beginning. I had no idea this was going to be a Stephen King book. I mean, a movie.
No.
I didn't know there was a book, Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King.
It said short story, didn't it?
Or short story, was it? Yeah, because his books are like mega thick usually, right? So I wonder short stories like this. But man, glued to this. Like that warden, he was such a wuss. He couldn't even if he would have ended up in prison there, and they would have beaten him dead.
He can dish it, but he can't take it.
Right. He was such a shady, sleazy, hide behind my Bible, you know. But wow. And then poor who took his own life. It's just so Brooks. It's just so sad that it's so hard for them to adjust being out in the real world. I just can't even imagine. But I'm finally glad that Red finally got out after 40 years. And I know that warden, he didn't want him to leave. He wanted everyone either there or just die in prison. He was not going to let any of them go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did let Brooks out, though. But maybe he knew he wasn't going to survive. Wasn't going to survive on the road.
He just wanted power.
Yeah, he was on this power trip, you know. But I kind of knew when he was talking about, and then I'll let you speak. When Andy was telling Red about how he had that ghost account, I figured it was going to be for him. But I thought, when's he going to use it? Isn't he in life in prison?
Mm-hmm.
Even though he didn't do it because Tommy, you know, basically they could have proved
what happened.
They could have proved, and the warden was like, "Nah, whatever. I'll just take you out and they'll shoot you." You know, but man, Andy was smart, clever. What else would you say for him? Okay, well, go on. I'm just rambling. I love this movie so much.
One of the best characters, I think.
Andy?
Movie.
Andy?
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Totally.
I'm glad I finally got to see this classic because I know a lot of people love this movie.
Oh yeah.
And I know my history teacher liked this movie a lot. At the time, he made it seem very confusing the way he described it.
Oh, did he?
But
does it make sense now thinking back to what he told you? Oh, okay.
It's just he was kind of like
jumping around.
Yeah, so it was like it doesn't make any sense to me why I watch it.
Right.
But I mean, now watching it, I understand why people love this movie.
Oh yeah, I think I had seen bits and pieces, but I don't even remember what I had seen. Right. And I hadn't even remembered that Morgan Freeman or Tim Robbins was in it until we pulled up the movie. Then I was like, oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I threw that one, because I mean I had heard it. I had heard about it, right? That's why I put it up on the poll. So I'm really glad that it won our Patreon poll, because oh my gosh, like so worth it. Just in awe in moments, pissed off in other moments. We laughed in moments, and then at the end we was just a happy, sweet. I really think Red would have had a hard time adjusting, like he said, if it wasn't for having Andy to kind of help guide him into because Andy was like, no big deal, I want to get out into the real world, right? Mm-hmm. He wasn't going to have problems with it, but being that Red had been there for 40 years, Andy was there to sort of guide him and just he needed that buddy. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it would just feel so isolating, and then people are going to treat you like trash, like, oh, you were in prison.
Because he also survived prison with friends.
Right, exactly.
So.
And they're just getting used to the freedoms. Like, he asked permission to go to the bathroom, which he was just used to being told what to do. Mm-hmm. It's so hard to get out of, like you said, the
cycle, like adjusting to the real world after being stuck in there for 30 years. I mean,
right. And I mean, I'm not saying that like
it's impossible. It's just harder for some people.
Right. And there's so many people that are in prison, well deserved, are in prison. Like, they need to be there for the rest of their life. But like in some cases, like Red, like if this happened, and that's why they have the parole boards and stuff, but their warden was just such a jackass. That you do something at 40 years later, you could potentially be a different person than you were at 20, But there's some people that deserve to, they need to be in there for the rest of their lives.
Just stay in there.
They just are, they have
menaces to society. Just
they don't like have any conscience or anything like that. But, if you haven't seen it, like we're probably the minority have never seen this. If you have not seen this movie, I would highly, highly recommend it. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Morgan Freeman, Tim Robbins. There was like the one funny friend who at the table at the end was telling the story. I gotta search him up too, because he looked awful familiar. Like, I think I've seen him and stuff too. Yeah, it was just. Anyways, I think I could go on and on. Oh, what do you have anything you want to add? Something else too? Because I'm just going on.
I'm very much glad that I watched this movie. It was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Definitely.
The time went by pretty fast too. Almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah, at first you're like, whoa, this is a long movie, and sometimes they can fly by.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just glad I watched it now.
Well, we didn't really have any expectations. Well, you had a sort of an idea. I knew it was prison, but I didn't have much other expectations.
I didn't have any expectations. Like, I didn't think it was going to be bad. I didn't think it was going to be good either. But now that I'm seeing it,
it's
an excellent film.
A must-see.
At least once.
Yes, for sure. Yes.
That's all I gotta say.
All right, then. Sounds good with that. What else we got coming up this week? Continuation of Dilbert, Band of Brothers. We're going to try to get in a surprise movie. Then we got to do Mockingjay, part 1. Mm-hmm. So we are in a week or two, we're going to be on more of a very, very consistent schedule. We've got it worked out where it's going to be more consistent like that. And you're going to see in the next few weeks majority of the reactions us together, but there will be one, maybe two during the week where I'm solo, being she's going to be busy with school or with college. So look for that. All updates right now on Instagram. Hit us up on Patreon because we've already put 2 movies out on Patreon that will not be out for
2 weeks, a
week and a half or 2 weeks. Yeah. And they also have bonus minutes because I put them on there after I edit them, but before I do the crazy editing for copyright on YouTube. So yeah, there's 2 movies right now that you won't. Yeah, that'll be on YouTube in a week and a half or 2 weeks. And if you are seeing Band of Brothers,
get Merlin. He's bullying him.
Hold on. Here, there, and everywhere. Band of Brothers has been a pain in our ass.
Yeah.
Copyright on these. I have been
a lot
doing.
More than 10?
Yes, I have been doing episode 6 for over a month. It'll be fun. Like when we put them on there, man, hit the
bell,
and you'll know they're on there. Try and watch them right away because sometimes
it disappears. It copyrights itself.
Yeah, within like 24 hours, 48 hours after I've had it up, then I'll have it up for a bunch of more days. Then they copyright again, then a bunch of more days. But yeah, 6 has been a pain in my ass for the last month, probably a bit. Well, it was before December, so it's been over a month. And 7 is going down that same rabbit hole. Yeah. So if you see them here, and then gone, and then back, and then that's what's happening there. So try and catch them right away, at least within like the first 24 hours, because it seems like the copyright gods tend to block it right away after that for some freaking reason, even though they've been up many, many, many days before they actually are accessible for you guys on YouTube. So I don't even know what's going on there. But that's with that. And yeah. Anything else? And if you like what you see, again, hit the subscribe. And she already said it. Hit the bell. And with that, we bid you good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in your part of the world.
Be kind.
Always. Till we meet again.